Hey y'all, welcome back to Auntys After Dark. Let me tell you something. This episode right here is extra special because I know those who know me, they're gonna look on the side and say, I know that's not Ava. Because Ava, this podcast co-host today is my sissy, my blood, Anita's girls. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome to our special episode. And I have the pleasure of having my sister. I finally talked her into it, y'all. Boy, it took a minute, but it's okay. I got her now. So, for those of you who don't know, my sissy right here, this one over here, right there, she is the force behind G Fit. She is a fitness instructor, my personal bully of a trainer. Yeah, we'll talk about that a little later. But she is also someone who inspires so many. And she's also an ordained deaconess. Like, she got all these titles, y'all. She is truly a woman of spirit and strength. And I'm not just saying this because it's my sissy. I'm saying this because she really embodies them all. So let's welcome my sissy co-host for tonight. It's Ava. Let's go. Hey, sissy. You like that introduction? Look at your sissy.
Gotta introduce.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about G Fit, all of that. This is your spotlight, not mine.
Ooh, fit. G Fit. G Fit started a long time ago.
Okay.
Probably maybe almost 20 years ago. But it wasn't time. Like it fizzled out. I didn't get the support, the backing that I thought I needed. Like most people who start their business or start a venture, you feel like people who should be in your corner and they not. So you like, forget it. I ain't gonna do it. Boom.
Mm-hmm. Know that.
And then I hooked up with my own trainer and motivated me back to working out. Took some karate along the way, took some boxing, and I'm like, I'm taking all these lessons and stuff from people, and I can do it myself. So my
You
trainer
better say
decided
that.
to, right? My trainer up to move to Arizona, and he
Okay.
was like, "You're gonna take over my class," and I'm like, "Gonna take over your class?"
Look, you got voluntold. Ah,
Right,
no wonder
right.
you
I
like to do it.
volunteered
Look.
myself. Right. And at that time, I wasn't even certified yet. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Nah, I ain't doing all that. I like
Right.
to
You
have
like, hold on
fun."
down.
And right, yeah. And then the program we were under, you need to have your certification, you need to have this, and everything like fell in the spot. Like I was looking for
Mm-hmm.
classes, fell into the weekend of just getting my group fitness instruction, and then I still didn't have it, but I started teaching classes, and the lady was like, "I already know you're about to get it, so go ahead and teach." I was like, "Oh,
Don't you
okay,
just love that? Like, you like, I'm like,
oh,
that's it.
okay."
That's it. That's easy.
Yes, yes, yes. Fast forward, it's been, I always equate it, and I'm not a sad occasion, but I started teaching a month and a half after mommy passed. So it was like, what? But that was my healing part. So I said, y'all help me heal. Because I was like, teach a class? No, not me.
This is so amazing. Both of us really truly started taking our healing journey seriously after we lost mommy. So tonight, grab a cup with my sissy for tea time. Where your cup at, sissy? Not you got, wait a minute, not you got the Jesus cup and I got the club cup. What's going on?
I don't know. I like this cup though. Courtesy of Auntie, big Auntie.
Lord, you got big auntie cup, so that's the super Jesus cup. Lord,
Right.
you got the super
That's right.
Jesus cup.
Right. Right. And we started calling her Big Auntie because Mike called her Big Auntie. When he first called her, we was like, who are you talking about?
Right. He like big auntie. Who is big auntie? And when he
Right.
explained it, that's auntie and she big auntie.
Oh, we thought he had went somewhere else. We like, you about to get a whooping?
Woo! Okay, because that's how we was like, all this. I don't think he gonna make it, y'all.
She gonna whoop my baby. Her gonna whoop my baby.
Like, boy, he out touristing the tourists. Oh boy, you about to die. But when he
Mm.
explained it the way he did, I was like, "Ooh, nephew, you won your life back with that one." Boy,
Yes,
we
Lord.
was worried. We was
Yes.
worried. So you got your Super Jesus cup. You got Auntie. I
Super
got
Jesus.
Auntie back there. You see right there, I
There
keep
you,
her.
I see. I see. She's sprouting all
Yeah,
up, doing her
she
thing.
proud of it. Yeah, she almost tried to leave, and I was like, "Oh no, you coming back? What you doing?" So she is back there thriving, honey.
I
So
know that's true.
yes, we got our cup.
Got our cups.
might just get a view of my healing out loud journey from someone who truly knows the true raw story and the hidden factors, all of them behind me. But we'll see, because tonight is all about my sissy. If she chooses to share, she can. But if she don't, it's all right too.
Tell the truth. You
So, yeah. So you were teaching.
I was
What
teaching.
fitness instructor then said, "Oh, live. Yo, you taking my place."
Taking my place. I'm moving to Arizona. And you already got a class lined up. I'm like,
So you was like,
yeah, because I didn't like public speaking. I still don't like public speaking.
yeah, because you was out loud before I was out loud, technically.
Yeah, but it was a different out loud, if that makes any sense. Because to me, even though I'm standing in front of my class teaching, we're all in this together. So it's like, even though they'd be like, all eyes on you, what you do, I always try to say, let's do it this way, let's do it that way. We laugh, we joke. There's a
Mhm.
difference. So
Yeah,
even though I may be out loud and up front and center, and now everybody around town, I got all these nicknames. I got the Beastmaster.
I could
I got,
see it.
you're supposed to be agreeing with people.
You right, right. I look, I got caught about.
I be in the store, they be like, "You that Ava," and I'm like, "What does that mean, Lord? That Ava?" But Ava has evolved and grown, so now I'm like, "Yeah, it's me. Take it or leave it.
Okay,
Take it or
listen,
leave it."
that's and that's
I embraced the muscle when I first started working out. I wanted to be this little thin thing. I'm black.
how that look. What does Dr. Phil say? How's that working for you?
Right. And then when I did get down, I got down to like 165 one time, and I didn't like the way I looked. Like I look good, but I just or how our people like showing that stuff.
That's how they be real quick.
She
She, what she? Y'all seen anything lately? They be having everything going on.
my girl Julian Youngstown had went to a thing with her one night and she hadn't seen me and she was like, "Nah, you look good, but no, that ain't it." So then I started putting the weight back on. Then I embraced the muscle part. So now people like you, but I'm like, I'm solid. Yeah, I could probably lose a couple pounds. I like to eat still, but I'm solid. And I tell people, it ain't about being fit. Is the word of the day. People are like, I want to be fit, and I said, what's your fit?
Mhm.
What's your
Right,
fit?
right,
We
right.
trying to
Because a lot.
survive.
Mhm. Mhm.
I know some skinny folks who ain't fit. And I know some bigger folks than me, and I'm like, girl, the one girl I follow, Marissa, the two bodybuilders I follow,
Mhm.
them girls is like, I'm like, ooh. But they
But
been
they help.
pushing 300-400 pounds. Okay, yeah, I'm not trying to do all that,
Yeah,
but
but
they
they
fit,
healthy.
they
Yeah.
healthy, and that's
Mhm.
my thing now. Tell me, if we're trying to be healthy, we're talking about longevity. We ain't talking about I want to, lose 20 pounds for this wedding next week. No, no, I'm on. This is the journey. This is your journey. How long you want to be on this side or that side? We're gonna continue this journey. That's where we at.
Mhm. Mhm.
So
Mhm.
don't get me wrong. I still
And
get
that's
my private clients, but
yeah, and that's for real because sometimes people don't even realize, like, I know on my exercise healing journey, I'm gaining weight, but it looks good for me, and that's what my body needs. You know what I mean? Because that's where I'm at. And other people be like, "Oh, you look good where you are," and I'm like, "I know," and I accept me for where I'm at right now. You know what I mean?
that's the word right there. Accept you for where you are. For many
Yeah.
times, I mean, you know me, and I always had the extra dunk in the back, and I was like, I look at people but like they but me.
What? I want to pay for mine to try to equal yours. What you mean?
I gave you some now, but see, this is why you need to take my kettlebell class because that's my model for kettlebell class. We doing the swings. I'm like,
Mhm.
we bouncing quarters off of it, y'all. It's gonna be my ladies be like,
Look, you
you
know what?
playing. But you know what? I got a lot of ladies in my class who are older in life. But when I
Mhm.
see them out with their husband be high fiving me.
Right, thank you. Like, I appreciate
I'm
you.
like, what's wrong? They be like, woo, that's Ava right there. I'm like, oh,
Okay, okay, that's when you become that Ava right there.
we bouncing quarters.
Listen, look, I already got enough pressure right now. You want some quarters bounce? Lord have mercy.
But it's all in good, clean fun. I have so much fun in my classes. Like I
Oh,
said,
I
you
bet.
log in on Saturdays, you see the halftime, you be like, what is she doing? Because I'm laughing, and they like, we over here sweating. I'm like, for real?
Sometimes I be in my head thinking like, do she be posting these on? Because she start posting them and I'm up in the corner. I be in there dancing and stuff. And then I be laughing because I be dancing. Then I turn around and you in the camera and you like lined up with me dancing. And we listening to two different playlists, mind y'all. Because I don't
Right.
even be hearing your playlist. And I be having my own and we be in sync. I be dancing, you be dancing. And I be like, how did we sync up to the same
Yes.
different
Yes.
songs? It's
I keep
that
saying I'm gonna see my list, but I never know what I'm gonna play on Saturdays.
now y'all know. Me and Issa is sisters. Bond goes way, way back, biological sisters.
My mama brought her home. She said, "This your sister." I said, "I wanted a brother."
Oh, so you decided to drop that one tonight? Well, and I'm healing out loud, so I might as well heal from that. My sister really wanted a brother, y'all. I'm just learning this. I was today years old when I found out that she wanted a brother and not a little
Cause I
sister.
was the only girl.
No wonder she ain't like me.
But then but you the girly girl. I'm the
I am
top.
the girly
So
girl.
it
Hold
kind
up.
of balanced out.
But wait a minute. What's funny though, and y'all gonna hear this.
Here we go.
I'm the girly girl. The earrings. I want the long hair. Give me the lashes if I want to wear lashes. Like I'm so girly. Oh my god, and Ava's a tomboy, right? But she called me the thug. How does that work?
Because see, my gangster is undercover. Her
What?
gangster, her gangster being out loud. Like people call me and be like, "Hey, can you come?" And I can just show up
So,
and just be
so my
present.
healing out loud and my gangster out loud.
My presence is silent. Like I'm the silent. I show up on the scene and I shut it down. You show up and and I'm like, look, case in point on Saturday. Remember we was on the phone? We was on the phone. I was trying to get the thing from the girl. You don't even know what she said. And you gangster on the phone. Don't even know the girl. It's I already had the girl shook to begin with my presence. Then she like, who that on the phone?
Did you just expose me? Yeah, I did. I was like, first of all, you ain't gonna be yelling at my sissy before I even know what her name is. Yo,
Huh?
first of all, I don't even know who you are, but you ain't gonna be yelling at my sissy. I did.
But it's all sent back from mommy because you didn't know which mom was gonna show up. You know
Yo,
that.
okay.
You know that.
So since this is a whole different dimension of conversation, y'all gonna see the whole background of the healing out loud for real. So my sissy has been healing out loud for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But she's been healing out loud differently. Baby sis is healing. Like she said, I'm a talker, so I'm a heal out loud talking.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way that I heal. That's the way that I release things. My sissy released things by punching bags. And both of them made up the dynamic of my mom. Like our mom. Like both of us, you put us together, that's why we call ourselves Juanita's girls, because we really are the two different dynamics that my mother made up.
Yes. Yes.
In one.
Yes. And one, which is kind of scary because
Mhm.
if we came home late and we'd be like, "Do you hear
Who we
something?"
gonna get?
I
We
don't
gonna
hear
get the
nothing.
silent ninja or we gonna get the cussing out?
Right. The silent engine would change the furniture around so you trip over stuff when you walk.
I know that one all too
You're
well.
like, "Was the couch here when I left?"
Okay. Look, be waiting in the dark.
Or she stand at the door and she ready to knock you out. And you're like, "Yo, what, wait." Right.
Yeah, that
So
was
it all
mine.
depends. But
That was mine.
I tell people that. Like I used to hit and
Mhm.
yeah, hit walls and I ain't break no hands, praise God. I ain't never broke my hand or nothing. Got some arthritis to prove it, but I ain't ever really broke nothing, praise God. But that's
You know that I got some arthritis to prove it though. God, I know this podcast was gonna go this way. You said I got the arthritis to prove it.
but anybody she
Right.
was like, "Oh,
Never
Ava's so sweet." Yeah. That Ava's a sweet one. She don't do that.
mind.
Okay. And you like Ava who?
You talking about my sister? Yeah.
Right. But again,
But
that's what we get her.
dope. That's dope because you know what? Like just with us talking the way that we're talking, that means that our healing out loud have so many different depths. You know what I mean? Like what I think of healing out loud ain't the same as how you think about it, but our paths are so similar to it because we experience each other on both ends. You experience me talking too much in the wrong aspect of talking too much. You know what I mean? Where I'm getting myself in trouble with the talking. And now you're seeing my talking helping heal myself and others. You were hitting shit. You know what I mean? You had the energy of healing out loud. Like that was how you were healing by hitting something because you're releasing that anger. But now showing other people how to hit stuff and release tension in a whole totally different way. With
That's
that
true.
being said, What does healing out loud even mean to you? Like in your own words, somebody says, "Yo, I see your sister healing out," talking about some she healing out loud. What does that even mean? How would you describe?
First and foremost, I would think to even admit that you need to heal. That's the admission, like not that you're, as the society would say, you're broken or you're this or you're that, but you knowing there's
Okay.
aspects of your life that needs to be healed.
Yep.
Society make us think, and I hate to say it, society wants you medicated and doped up, and then you don't know what's going on around you. But to heal
Medicated
out
and
loud is like, I'm gonna focus on me. This is about me and how I need to heal to function,
Mhm.
to deal with this aspect of that aspect. Like you said, we all wear multiple hats.
Right.
And I remember when I first got into ministry, I had two cell phones because I couldn't figure out, like, I'd be truthful, and if you want to, I was like, they call on my phone too much.
Girl,
I don't
listen,
even know
that's
what.
real. That is so real. When you first start getting into like when you start
Hmm.
walking in your calling and you're like, okay, I'm here. It feels good. I'm passionate about it and everything. Then you start be like, hold on. So you mean tell me my phone gonna go nonstop? Like it ain't no off button?
Yes, yes. So yeah, I carried two cell phones for like the first 2 years. And finally I was like, this is driving me even more bonkers because they be like, you missed the call. I'm like, and like pastor, the people who needed to have the regular phone had it.
So when did you learn the boundaries with your healing out?
Them boundaries probably, I'll say probably about 2 or 3 years after mommy passed. Because even then I was still wasn't sleeping because I was still
Mhm.
like waiting for her to ring, thinking of her ringtone. Like, she gonna call me. And no, she wasn't gonna call me.
Right, right, right. Now, if she did, you gonna be like, sissy,
Your mama calling.
I'm about to put you on three-way because it ain't no way.
Who's calling? It's the Lord.
You be like,
Woo!
I want you to think back. What were some of the initial signs or experiences that told you, listen, Ava, it is time for you to shift. You got to change something. It's time to begin this healing process.
Wow, man. To answer that, I gotta think way back. Because when you start to even think that you need healing, you start replaying stuff over and over and over. For me, I start replaying like I got a Rolodeck in the memory, like I can see flashes of stuff like, that wasn't right. You should have
Hmm.
did that.
Hmm.
You could have handled that differently. So to think back of when I first knew I needed to heal, to be honest, when mommy first got sick, because I was mad.
Yeah, I can identify with that.
Yeah. And then I'm like, "Well, who you mad at? You mad at her? You mad at you? You mad at what you, yeah." And we all know mommy was real secretive on some stuff, but then it was like, you should have saw that. And I'm like, well, how am I see it if she's hiding it?
Yeah, no, for real, because I went through, and for you to say that, like, I went through that too. Like, in the beginning, I was like pressed, like, it was stressing me because I was watching that stuff unfold and I'm calling y'all confused. What the heck? Mommy is tripping, y'all. I don't know what's happening, and she was still holding on to it. And
Hmm.
it really did start having me heal on the inside because I started trying to figure out if it was something that I was doing. And that was before she even passed. Like, I started looking at me like, is this something happening? Like, am I looking at this wrong? Like, what's up? Like, I know mommy ain't going backwards because mommy had came out of that. All of the stuff that we experienced growing up, mommy had came out of it. And she was an example of how you can heal because we watched how she was, and then she didn't stop smoking. She did all this stuff. So we like, whoa, mommy making big moves. And
Right.
she's always been a role model like that for us. Because even when she went back to school,
Hmm.
she
Yeah,
had
that's my
kids.
that's my diploma. That's my.
What you still that's all of ours.
I
That
was
was
like, she was
teamwork.
like, I got an A. No, I got an A.
Look, don't be throwing mommy under the bus. That was teamwork. We all held mommy through.
We did. But it was cool because Anthony got his in '86, graduated, and she was '87, I was '88. So it was like back to back to back. So it was like, yes,
Mhm.
we got this.
Mhm.
Yes. So it was
Mhm.
like that was like a major accomplishment because we was like, why you ain't finished school? She's like, because I wasn't gonna pass, and I wasn't gonna. My friends was
Yeah, like I ain't gonna do that. I ain't staying back. You're like, what? But you telling us that we better come home with A's and B's. No, that
but
ain't right, mommy.
but that's
That
how
was
we
me.
are
Excuse me, that
parents.
was me. That ain't right, mommy.
That that was you. That wasn't us. That wasn't me and Anthony. But even like now, with
I
me going
always
back to school this time, like my son is like, "What you mean you ain't got no degree?" I do have a degree, son. He was like, "You been pushing me."
I know. Oh, do you know how many people when I get to talking and stuff like that, and they was like, what do you have your degree in? And I'm like, I have my associate's in. And they like, what?
Yes.
The way
Yes. Because
you
everybody's
talk,
like,
I
you
thought
going back to
that
get your
you had a
master's? And I said,
PhD.
I'm going back to get my bachelor's. And they like, what? And I was like, but here's the kicker. And back to the schooling part. It's good to have your high school diploma, but college isn't for everybody. And your life experiences will sometimes teach you more than you will in college. Like I look at Mikey now, 35 years old, and as a head track coach for kids that he 10 years older than. When you got 56-year-old men who can't relate, like his life experiences. He been
Mhm.
leading from jump.
I
Even
thought
though
of
he said
you.
he was grandma's man. He was always grandma's
Yes,
man.
he been here before. Mikey
That
old,
part.
yo. Mikey
Hold
old.
up, don't get on my baby. Hold up. But but I'm saying, like,
You
to
ain't
see
pulling out
him,
no
you gotta come to a track meet and see him
I
and those
have.
kids.
I
You been to a
did.
track meet? When
Yeah,
you come
when
to a
he
track?
was up here. When he
Oh,
came up
that's right, you
here
did.
at you
Yes, yes. So it's
at
like you to
UNC.
see that and to see him involved, and even us, like the circle that we're in. Like I tell me all the time, they're like, you know, a lot of people, and I go, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, they say a lot of
Connected.
people know you. I said, my circle is small.
I'm
My
just
circle is small. People know of me, but they don't know me. And there's a difference. I said, but the people that are in my circle, they can see me. They can know if I'm losing my mind for the day, if I'm out of sorts. You'll call me or Pauletta call me or Sherry be like, what is wrong with you today? And I'm like, we're gonna like, what? What? That's it. But anybody else, I'm like, yo, get away from me. I'm cool. So schooling does not give you that experience, that life experience.
it sure
So even though
doesn't.
you and we know a lot of book smart people, as they
Mhm.
say, who ain't got
They ain't all
no
that smart, honey. They ain't all
right.
that smart. And it's funny
So it's a
that you
whole combination of that.
yeah,
Huh?
and it's funny that you say that because like literally now my income is coming from lived experience. Yes, I desire too because you are inspiring me because I desire to go back to school to get my bachelor's and it's inspiring me to even go back to what I originally wanted to go to school for.
Right.
And it's funny that I veered off from it because I was like, well, kids, I know kids because, since I was 12 years old, I was watching kids. I was 14 and had a daycare of two already at 14. So I have been doing kids for all my life. So it was easy for me to go and get the education behind it because all I literally did was just get a certificate behind it. Like that's how I looked at it. Like
Right.
I
Right.
learned I learned some things, don't get me wrong, from early childhood, but a lot of that was already my gifting. But
Mm-hmm.
what I originally was supposed to be going to school for was human services. And that's another part of my gifting. And it's like now I'm really like, yo, I want to really finish this and go back and get my bachelor's in it because now this is what I'm doing. Like I lived the experience and I'm grateful I'm getting paid for my lived experience. And I just keep thinking, how much further can I go with my degree behind this? So
Yeah.
I feel you on that. And that's such an inspiration, such an inspiration. Because when you started showing me the papers, I said, oh, my sissy really doing this. Okay. Now this is what I'm
I
talking
told the lady, I said if we can find my transcript, then I'll do it.
about.
And I talked to like three other different schools before this one. And everybody was like, well,
Hmm.
find your transcript and do what you can do. Get back to us. This lady was like, she was digging the emails up for me. She was finding the sites when I told her. So I was like, well, this is where I'm supposed to be at. Because you put in the legwork to help me find my transcript. Because I'm like, I ain't starting over.
You're
That
like, I
I
ain't
ain't gonna do.
like what I'm not gonna do.
Some of this credits got to work. I'm not starting over.
And
Not even
what's
I would talk it.
crazy is that you are halfway there already now because of
Exactly.
her helping you find that and
Yep.
everything. So that is a whole that right there is dope. That right there is dope. And you're
Yeah.
going back to school for what, Miss Deaconess?
Well, it's business
What up with
administration
Super Jesus
with
up?
some theology stuff. So I already told my pastor because he all excited. I think he more excited than me sometimes. I'm like, yo, when I call you, but answer the phone.
Okay, because I got questions. You
I
like
got
you gonna
questions.
help me? Look, just like we help mommy, he gonna help you get through some of them
But you know
doggone.
what the crazy part about that is, and I look back. I've been an ordained deaconess for 13 years now, which is weird.
No, I ain't gonna do you like that.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
A long
But
time.
my journey in deaconess was like, I was under the one guy, but he left like as soon as I got ordained. So a lot of my stuff was on the fly. So literally, most of my training, I may say I'm an ordained deaconess, but I got a lot of ministerial training along with that. Pastor
Along
kept
the way.
me up to date, up to date. With the other two that's under me now, like I told, I try to make their transition a little more easier. I said because I had to learn on the fly. I was googling
Mhm.
stuff, reading books. He was sending me emails and I'm like, what? No, yeah,
You like, I don't know, hold on,
right,
hold on.
right. But like that's another life experience. But even and then
Yes.
it equated to running into G Fit because even though my trainer moved away and I could still talk to him and I had some trainers here I could talk to, when I first got into it, I was like, I want to train like this one. I want to train like this one. And after a while, you're like, where's your niche at? We all know a lot of preachers, we know a lot of trainers, but where's your niche?
What's yours
What is setting you apart from
from everything?
everybody else? And that's where it's at. Because I get now, they're like, well, I don't preach like you. And I go, you're not supposed to.
Not supposed to. You're not supposed
I
to.
don't train like you. Then it's,
You're not
even like now, they be like, how do you work all day and then you go teach a class? When do you sleep? I go, when I sit still.
okay, when I catch this couch. Oh,
Right. I said, I've always been that. Give me 5 or 10 minutes and I'm good. But
mm,
again, that's the different phases of our life or different faces we got on. Like everybody can't see every face, but if you want people to gravitate towards you and your personality and what your ministry is about, like you said, your kids, your healing, you want people to see that you can't be standoffish. If I go to class like, oh, we're here today and we just gonna
well, ain't nobody logging in and ain't nobody coming to see you. You won't be having numbers. And it's funny because you are literally okay, so you know what's funny to me is like both of us started our businesses, right? By literal word of mouth. And that's real, like word of mouth. Neither one of us did a whole lot of marketing. We didn't do all that. Like when I first started Aunty Donna's house, people did not see my marketing into my 10th year.
okay.
For real.
Hmm. Right.
Like really, I
Right.
didn't start marketing until I started marketing for my anniversary and started marketing when I was getting ready to move into the building and stuff. But I had already been in the game for 10 years and never lacked.
And that's what people don't understand. Even with the transition now from the grant
Well,
to this to that. Before, I remember I had Uncle W spot for a little bit. I used to pack that out over there. I said
yeah, I remember that.
people was like, oh, you're under the grant program. You got it easy. And I said, it's not easy. I still got to do my stuff. But I tell everybody who came in my class that literally everybody who came in my class brought somebody else, brought somebody else,
Right.
brought somebody else, brought
Word of
somebody else.
mouth.
Again, it's not the people that you thought were going to be there from jump.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the funny part about it. That is the
Mhm.
funny part about it. Now, we talking about GFIT. What does GFIT stand for those who don't know? I know, but you know.
GFIT has changed names. Well, the synonym has changed names multiple times.
Hmm.
But the one that really defines it is greatness defined in training. Greatness defined in training because it's a constant training. Like I said, people want to work out and lose 20 pounds, da, da, da. But you're always in training. You're always in training. I always tell the school kids, like, what you learn today? And they get so mad at me. What you mean, Miss Ava? What did I learn today?
Yes, you did. You
You
learn
should learn something new every day.
today.
Read something new every day. Like you should learn something new every day. And it's not always about the physical. It's the physical, the mental, and the spiritual. It's all encompassed in one. You can't
Hmm.
separate it. So I
No,
can't say I'm working on my temple, the body, but I'm not working on my temple, the mind. Come on now.
that's
That doesn't
right,
even
because
make
the
any sense.
whole thing. Okay,
Right.
deaconess, don't start. Come
Woo!
on now. Listen, okay, you already ready to about some. Come on now, like we about to pass the doggone play. Where's
That's
the
the
plate?
offering player. Take a collection. No.
Pass
And then,
the
but you know
plate.
what? And that's the crazy part. Because you know the day I was ordained, he called me in the pulpit. I was like, I ain't doing this. I ain't gonna be up there.
Listen, that was the most shocking moment in my life. I ain't even gonna lie. When you was like, "Oh, sissy, you coming out here because I'm getting ordained," like in the church, like you about to do it. You about to do it, and it's
And it
funny.
was weird because
Growing
I
up,
was
they
like
called me
whistling around
the
town.
evangelist. Huh?
Huh?
Remember when we was growing up, they used to call me the little evangelist and stuff.
No
Evangelist
evangelist.
Donna, the
Yes.
evangelist Hatcher, and I used to be, and now I'm furthest for that, which is funny.
But you still are. And see, titles.
That is. Go ahead, because you know I've always be like, I don't want no title. Don't give it.
Titles don't mean anything. Like when I first got ordained, for one, people, what church? Church people, I'm just gonna put it like that, because there's a difference between being saved and saved, spiritual and spiritual. Do you know there's different that
At
church
every level.
when they said there's like you're a deaconess, you're not even married. So how are you a deaconess? And I go, see, there's the problem. Did
Rules and
y'all do some
regulations.
history and some research? I said the first deaconess is go back to Phoebe. If you want to go back to the first judge, that is Deborah. Okay, so if you knew your history, it wasn't about a woman being married to have a place in the church. Man did that.
Go ahead and learn some, sissy. Go ahead with your healing out loud. Go ahead.
So, and then it was like, you gonna wear the big white hat and the big dress no, because I'm a working deaconess. Y'all show and tell over there because my husband's a deaconess. I'll put on my white hat. I'm gonna sit on the bench on first Sunday and do nothing.
Because they married to the deacon, so now
They're
they're
married to the deacon. Right. Right. It ain't about that. Not at all. And now, like, we've gone to a couple different conferences and stuff, and they be like, Pastor, who's that? He be like, that's my lead deaconess, deacon, whatever you want to put. And people, and then I have the male deacons looking at me like, what? He's you know, my pastor. He's challenged other deacons, like my deaconess will get you physically and spiritually. I'm like,
y'all
stop
some
doing that.
gangsters. Y'all be probably going in the church strapped and everything. Yo, y'all some gangsters. I ain't playing with y'all.
This day and age, sometimes you got to.
See, that's why
But
I
it's
ain't
not
playing
about
with
that.
y'all.
But it's I know, but it's not about that. So how you've been in churches, how if your pastor was ill or got an emergency and the church doesn't run because he's not there? Makes no sense. My pastor's about to be gone for 2 weeks. I'm like, yo, you got assignments handed out yet? He said, I'm working on it. Okay, yep. I'm just sitting here waiting, twiddling my thumbs. Like,
Yeah, yeah, because to me, your spiritual journey doesn't stop because of a person not being there. And I
exactly.
know, and for people to understand, my sister and I grew up the same. We grew up church, everybody was church, you know what I'm saying? And we both of us have taken our own personal journeys. I grew up in a church. I choose not to be affiliated with the church. However, I don't like, oh, forget the church. Like, I don't care what y'all talking about. It's nothing like that because I grew up like that. And because I grew up like that, I've always been the person that believed that people have to believe how they believe until they leave. So if you believe Jesus and God and it works, I'm happy. If you believe in Allah, I'm happy. If you believe in Buddha, I'm happy. Whatever works for you. I've always been that free spirit. But one thing about when it comes to the foundation between me and this sissy right here, we know our foundation is the most high. Whether we call it most high, God, Jesus, whatever, we connect, we understand that. And we love the way that we believe how we believe together.
Right. There you go.
Okay.
That's right. But
I had to
then
have
that,
that commercial break just in case
that
somebody
commercial place, right? Because and then that's what society wants you to believe. They want you to be so disconnected over religion when it's about
yeah,
relation.
it's about relationship. It is all the way about relationship. And a lot of people don't even understand that. And if you don't have a relationship with yourself, that's probably part of why you don't understand it. And that's why
Bingo.
Healing Out Loud is here so that you can understand that you can heal at whatever level that you're at. But you have to start with that relationship with yourself to know that you absolutely supposed to be on this healing journey.
There you go. There you go.
Look, okay, now we're gonna pass the plate because Deaconess had told me that.
Awesome. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yes, see, I love when we have these type of vibe out sessions. Like I'm over here sweating because it's starting to get hot, or I'm
That's
either
why we ain't got the fan, girl. I was like the air on, but I don't feel it. I need some circulation.
child. Listen, let me tell you something about this. Let's talk about perio, premenopausal, all this stuff, being
It's
menopausal.
Perry and Minnow. Perry and Minnow. I was in Perry for a long time. I was like, this is cool. Okay, I just got the sweats at night, every now and again during the day. My doctor don't like me. He said, you should be in menopause. Why is you cussing at me? And since he said that word to me in December of 2024, I think I went into menopause. I think he cursed me. Because now I'm like,
Wow,
why
you
is it hot?
accepted it, sissy. You accepted it. You accepted it. You
I
like,
ain't accept it because I ain't happy. And then I was always the cold person. Now I'm running around here
you
tense.
always hot. You be hot
Right.
before I'm hot.
But, and when your neck be up and you be like, what's wrong with my neck?
Yeah. Wait, you ever sweat right here? Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
Right here.
Oh, what is that about?
I'm at work. My coworkers is like, why is you in a tank top? I'm like, because it's hot. They looking at me like, And I always, usually if it's, I have a t-shirt and a tank on, so I could take something. Today this was in tank because it was 100 degrees here. So sometimes it's too cold and all this. I got a little heater at my desk. So I got the fan. I done had the fan on. I be fanning over there. I be with the
You
water
like to
splashing the
get
water
loose
on my
on the
face.
ground with the fan. I got a fan all the time.
I got a neck fan. I got the where the fans at, the big fans. They like, that's where the line is. I'm like, no, we're fanning. I was fanning in class night in the chair. We was working the legs, girl. I had to pull my fan out, working the legs. Like,
Where them fans at? Yeah, I think he understand about menopause. That's why he put that out there. Where them fans?
right.
'Cause baby, them
That
personal summers do not be played.
don't even, and I'm like, and I had to apologize to some people because,
Mommy snapping and stuff, cause mom, mommy used to snap. Mommy be,
I'm
I'm
like,
hot, I'm hot, and you like, what?
I'm just trying to get a hug. Don't touch me. Okay.
What? What's wrong with you? Yo, mommy went through it with it, and now
Yes.
I understand it, yo. Cause I'd be like, yo, I'm hot, and I'd be looking around and ain't nobody else sweating.
Nobody else sweating.
Yo,
You know what start when you
what
start when
got me
when
was
your
this
face
sweating
start
right
right
here,
and
that
here,
was
and then
what got me.
you feel like it's sweating down your face, like you feel like it's running and it's not. And you look at people like, y'all ain't sweating. Yeah.
Or when your whole forehead it start glistening, your whole forehead just start glistening. You like, nah, I know you lying.
But I
Listen,
listen, and then I'd be in class and I'd be like, y'all turn the fan on. They was like, just you. I was like,
nah. Be like, nah, it can't just be me. It gotta be somebody else out in the crowd
but
that's doing
some
that.
days I turn the fan on before I even start class, so then it really be do this. Turn the fan on.
Sissy said, no, it really do be me. Nah, I ain't
Sometimes.
even gonna
Yeah.
lie.
But I'm embracing that too. I don't want, like, I take
That's a
the
part of healing out loud too, because
yeah,
people
I take the mental chill pills I take the Black Girl vitamins. I'm a spokesperson for the Black Girl vitamins. So I take
okay,
the
black
mental
girl
chill,
vitamins.
I ordered the CMOS, I take the prebiotics, the
Hmm.
D3s, the one a days. And I had the hair and nails. My nails was growing, but it came in a bundle. And I take the collagen now too. Yes. All Black Girl vitamins.
Okay, plug. Black
Plug the
girl
Black Girl
vitamins.
vitamins. Power to the people.
To the people, black girl vitamins. I know you've been telling me about that and I have not ordered it yet. And the reason being is because I promised myself that I was not going to order another supplement until I finish the supplements that I have. Finished one supplement, which I'm really proud of myself.
I wish we had I wish they had like a glucosamine conjoint and joint stuff.
Hmm.
So I get that, but I get it in the liquid. The other stuff I buy in gummies, except for the mental chill and the sea moss and capsules.
Hmm.
And the college I just put in my coffee with my tea. But then I
So
get
listen, have you tried that Rise coffee?
I have I don't I don't I went through 2 bags.
Okay,
Listen to me though, because I'm that person and you know that.
listen to me.
I I put in hot water kettle, put
Mhm.
in a cup, but then I add the collagen to it, and then I add the sugar free vanilla
Oh, so
syrup.
you spice it up.
I spice it up. So, but it's helping me. Like I was feeling regular and
Yeah,
stuff.
for
So I
sure.
need to order some more. I think I'm on and that's the thing. I can't tell if I got a membership, not a membership. I got to go back and look.
It's bad. Yeah, yeah. My
And then I got a
my
guy at
first
work
question
who
was
get it. It was a bag in the lobby one time. I said, "Is that mine?" So I said, "Eric." I
get
said,
it.
"Yo, you better get that because I was going to
Okay.
take it."
Like if you don't get it, it's coming home with me. Don't play with
He said,
me.
"You drink that?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "You leave it here at work?" He said, "Don't tell me that because I'll be drinking your coffee." But I
And
just drink 1 cup of that a day. And when I'm out now. I think I got like a half. I got like one more scoop left in that bag. I also ordered the everyday dose one to try that one. I didn't like that one. The everyday dose is supposed to be cold. I don't want cold coffee. Okay, I don't
yeah,
understand. Yeah,
I tried the cold coffee thing, and I don't think that I like it either.
that was when I go to Dunkin' and get like a ice coolada or something. Yeah,
Oh yeah, now I used to do the culottes way back in the day when I was in
but
heart.
that's different. But to get that right.
Listen, so as your sister,
Okay.
I have witnessed like so many different stages of evolution with you, your journey firsthand, and you can say the same, but it ain't my platform right now to talk. I'm giving it to everybody else.
Okay. Okay.
Now, how do you feel? And I'm asking you this. How do you feel our shared upbringing has helped to shape our healing out loud journeys?
Our shared upbringing.
We talking about shared upbringing. We talking about from Homestead to Laurel Street to
This one,
Ohio.
Miss Baltimore. You miss Baltimore.
Baltimore Street, you right.
Homestead, Baltimore, Laurel,
Yep.
to
To
Ohio.
Ohio, our shared upbringing. We talking about Juanita's girls.
I think it looking back, like I said, it helped us see the good and the bad, but even to recognize it. Because if you don't recognize the bad, you don't
How you
like
gonna
people.
recognize the
You suppress people suppress so much, and I ain't saying we ain't suppressed some stuff. But I know some stuff you tell me, and I go, "Girl, I remember that because I suppressed it." But until you can realize and understand, like I had a conversation. We talked about relationship and religion, and we talked about upbringing. And he literally told me one time that he was mad at his mom for stuff that she didn't teach him. And I said, the problem with that is our parents did the best thing they could with what they knew back then. So we could take all the upbringing we had, like you said, between, like people say, who raised you? And I go, my mommy, my auntie, and my cousin Alice May. We had these three strong willed alpha females.
I'm talking about alpha like a mother. You hear me?
So, and that thing that, as far as even like you said, the shared coming up together, it was more of a shared motherhood between those three women.
Yeah, yeah.
It depends on who you could talk to and which one was gonna whip your butt that day.
Yeah. I'm so proud of myself for escaping so many whoopings. Boy, when y'all used to tell stories, listen, the
Listen,
baby girl, let me tell you something. The
but
baby
listen,
girl listened
I
to a
didn't.
few
I didn't.
things because I
Only
ain't get them
I was
hands.
with Anthony. Anthony would get me in trouble. I was Anthony, but I never got any whoopings by myself. It was always what Anthony did. Question.
All right now. But I'm coming with it. So we have individual healing journeys, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know that. We're different, but we can talk to each other about everything. How has our relationship as sisters evolved because of our individual healing journeys? Because we used to fight. We gonna keep it real. You used to try to beat me up. Then I got tall and I was like, oh, I'm fighting bad. What's up? Thug Donna building. And then now we are like fucking besties.
See, the problem was, let's just keep it real. We used to fight because, in my mind, you didn't want to be little sister. You always wanted to be as big as me. And even when you were big as me, you didn't think I was. You was like, I'm. So I think for our relationship to evolve, first you had to realize that even though you taller, I'm the damn big sister. It was a rank thing, huh? But and then you realize that I always had your back, regardless. No matter how much fussing and fighting we had, I had your back. Still got your back.
Yeah.
So I think that was it. And then for me, it was like my sister, she's growing up. So yeah, I'm still the big sister. And you always hear this thing about the oldest girl, the oldest girl, the oldest girl. And yeah, I had a lot of pressure between mommy and me and auntie. Watch out for your sister. I don't want her.
Y'all tripping. She's wild.
Wanted a
Me
brother.
watch her. No, let her walk up the street and see damn friends. I don't care.
And it was like, so then I felt like I was in mommy mode early. And even though and it wasn't as bad as I may have made it, but in my mind, I'm like, well, I gotta watch her. That I ain't have her.
Let her watch her damn self.
So that was half the battle for me. Because then I was watching other people with their little sisters and they was being little sisters. And I'm like, this heifer here, I'd be like, go sit down. You'd be like, why? Because I said so, damn it. What the fuck?
Why am I sitting down right now? I want to be up.
Mommy, I'm just going to walk off. And I'm like, then I'm going to get an ass whooping when we get home because your little ass just walked off. Where your sister at? I don't know. She just walked off.
But she wanted.
Right. You told me to bring her with me. She don't listen.
Look, I still hear that to this day. Look, I still hear this to this day. You don't listen. Well, I don't. Well, I've been hearing shit. I'm numb to that now. Come with something different.
So I think that was our battle when we were younger.
Yeah.
That was the battle. Because everybody like, then people like, how old is she? And I'm like, I don't know, she's younger than me.
Her spirit old, y'all. She got an
Right.
old
She done
spirit.
been here before. And then that's when I started calling you Texana. I started calling your grandma Texana. You be like, that is not my name. Girl, you
Not my name. Don't be calling me no Texana.
acting like her. But that was it. And then it was weird because, and I also think, and truth be told, all of us having different dads, we all had, even though we all act like mommy, we still had that other half that we were trying to figure out. And mommy was like, you acting like your daddy. And you be like,
You're like, well, what is that? I don't know.
I don't know what that means. Right. And then mommy was like, then to me, it's like, even though mommy like, take her with you, but don't hurt her. I'm like, well, why I gotta take her?
Can't beat her. Oh, I don't want her coming with me then.
You don't even get to a fight. Like you know. So yeah. So I think now it's funny now because I'll be like, I'm talking to my sisters, and they be like, who? And they be like, who the baby? And I'm like, she is. And they be like, she the baby? She the baby. She act like she the oldest, but she the baby. Now I think it's funny. Like, you want to be the oldest? I give you this damn menopause and gray hair. How about that? Take it.
And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm so good.
Hey, that part.
Have at it. Let me be the baby now. Now I embrace my babyness. I'm like,
Now you're first the baby.
let me
Yeah.
be the baby, and I'm okay. Yeah, no, for real. And it's funny because I always say that it was karma on both of our ends for Mikey to be born.
That was some bullshit. They was like, his heart rate is dropping. Get up on all fours and put your head down. Where is my
What
mother
is
at?
happening?
You scaring me. Mama.
Because baby, first I was talking John when you got pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was like, oh, he gonna be a tourist. I was like, okay, he gonna be a tourist. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? We got another tourist. Then when they was like, he ain't come yet. Why he ain't come? I don't understand this terminology. I thought babies come out. Like, why is he still in there? Like, what is going on?
He was chilling, doing the backstroke.
He's like, I'm in here. I'm in here. Then they talk about some May 6th. I was like, May, why
We're
you
gonna,
can't go
we're
in on
gonna induce her. And I'm like, induce me? What?
what does that even mean? I'm over there. Look, before Google, I was in a dictionary. Let me go and find the
But here's the kicker. I remember me and Nikki went on the hospital tour of the maternity ward, you know, because, you know, I was doing all kind of crazy shit last minute.
Yeah,
They was like, when you do? I was like, last week.
bend it, bend
Yeah.
it.
He just chilling.
Chilling. Came out on my birthday. That was karma. You got your little sister birthday. You got your little sister and you all in one.
And I was like, 10:02. You couldn't wait 2 more hours.
That's what I was screaming. I'm happy we finally agreed on that because that's what I was screaming.
Look, I tell you, but what got me was mommy, you know, because her maid Nikki drew straws, which I thought was hilarious. But who gonna go in the room with me? And mommy peeking over the curtain like, you good? You supposed to be up here with me. Then he came looking like a little Chinese baby, and she was like, her eyes got about this big. And I'm like, what
She
is
like,
you
who
doing?
the daddy?
Who the daddy? You said. And I'm like,
Girl, let me tell you something. This was the funniest moment ever. When everybody was all tending to you, and here I am, my little 14-year-old self, mad, it's my birthday. Fuck it, let me go and see what this little kid that came on my birthday looked like. And they put a baby that's this color up to the window. That's a cute little baby. Where's my nephew? And I look around this baby, and they all like,
you like that, ain't it?
like, okay, put the damn baby down. Hey, little baby. And then they put him in a bassinet. And I said, Lily,
Ah,
who kid is this? This little
listen.
boy got silky hair. He light skin. Oh, I said, oh, Ava been with a light skin.
That's a white baby. What cat say for the village of Caucasianness? That is not my baby. That is a white baby.
I was like, I didn't know she had a white boy.
They're like, oh, he goes, oh, look at his ears. And then
The ears
here's
and
the kicker. Here's the kicker. You know, if you put Anthony's picture and Mikey's picture and your picture up side by side by side, we don't know which baby is which.
all look the same.
I said, this ain't just some shit.
That's the weirdest shit. May 5th, May 6th, May 6th. That's
Yeah.
weird.
Yes. And you
That is
put
so
all them 3 baby pictures up side by side. We should do it. We should make a collage of that. We got to find one.
I
I'm gonna
know
make it.
because my baby picture, his baby picture, and
Yeah.
Anthony baby picture all look the same. Silky hair,
Exactly the same.
slide to the side,
Got that good stuff.
just lean over to the side.
Yes.
Girl,
Yes. Right. And then see, and then here's my kicker, because you know, even with all the albums, my first picture was my 2-month-old picture. I
I
said,
know, right?
where's my baby picture at? And they
Because
said,
you gonna
well,
be beta.
they never took that one.
Yeah, no.
Remember I couldn't even find birth certificate. We moved out here, I couldn't find birth certificate. I went there like, can you get birth certificate? They was like, when your birthday? I'm
Yeah,
like,
that is, you was a preemie.
and they didn't find my birth certificate till August. The lady looking at me like, and I'm like, I'm standing right here.
Yeah, yeah.
I better find it.
Me, like,
Yeah.
find my junk.
But that was the thing back then. They didn't file birth certificates for premiums. So I always tell people that's another one of my testimony too. But they say, well, how long you been fighting? I'm like, all my life.
All my life I didn't had to fight.
Hey, I'm like, my mama said I was 3 pounds, came like a 3 pound second hamburger, did 3 pounds. I was like, so I'm like, it's just been you know, fighting has always been in the blood from one.
Because
But
you was fighting since birth.
since birth.
Since birth.
But
So for someone, since you've been fighting since birth, for someone who has been listening and resonates with your story, like they're like, I've been fighting all my life too. Can you share some of your practices or resources or even the different mindsets that you have to do to particularly participate fully and 100% in evolution with your healing out?
find out what you're fighting.
That's good.
What you're fighting. Because, we hear I'm fighting my mom did me wrong, this, that, this, my upbringing was wrong. I'm fighting my sibling, but what are you really fighting? What demon, I hate to call it like that, but what demon is really your daily struggle? Really?
Yes. I was once told by a wise woman that I call Kim Possible. She said, your enemy is your inner me.
And that's it.
Mhm.
Some people, I mean, and we end up in, hate to say it, bad marriages, bad relationships,
All
even
of
the wrong group of friends, sometimes the wrong church, the wrong schooling.
Mhm.
Just everything is wrong when you can't see yourself. Like when you feel like you have to be there. Like I tell you, I said, I'm the life of the party, no matter if I come late, come early. But I said, but I don't have to be at every party. But there was a time where I felt like I had to be everywhere all the time. I was battling, trying to be seen. When you're trying to be seen, when you're already seen, who are you trying to be seen for? Do you see yourself?
Yeah.
But I didn't think of it like that. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Sissy, this has been an incredibly powerful intimate conversation because it was almost like we've been on the phone talking like we normally do. But I know that this is going to touch so many people because there's so many different aspects and so many different layers that we peeled apart. Even though we were laughing, even though we were joking, we actually peeled back some layers tonight. And I am so immensely proud of both of us and the courage that it takes to even step above all of the stuff that we have been through and to proclaim, I'm healing out loud. I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this to break the cycles that my mother started and wasn't able to finish
Yes.
on this side.
But she did finish him.
She's finishing it and completing cycles through us daily as we heal out loud. And I am so honored to be able to journey with you, Sissy.
Yes.
And look, and get bullied, y'all, because she does that. And she just sent me this doggone, I gotta spell out my name for 7 days. And
But you only doing the D today. What's the D? What's the D today?
the
Because
D is
I didn't
the
do
D.
mine yet. Huh?
What the D? The D ain't giving me the D.
Oh, out. You doing the mostest. Where the hell is it at? What is it? What is it today? Because I go back. Okay. So I got 15 push-ups to knock out.
Yo,
You got burpees. Damn.
exactly. See what I'm saying? That's why I didn't want to look at this shit. Because I knew I was going to start with something. I don't
But
even
listen, you can do modified burpees. You know how to do modified burpees?
do modified. I know how to do regular. I don't.
Okay. I'm sorry. Look, that's how I'm gonna spell out my whole name. I'm gonna spell out Avaria. Okay, so yeah, I want to do Ava. Comment
Sissy,
on
this
my
has
post.
been a great time. So until next time, tea time. Can't wait
Next time,
to
tea time.
look up. See, I had to catch you with the Juanita.
Because I was trying to see who was texting me. Sherry, she
But
probably
that's
like,
funny. You looked up quick. Until next time, tea time.
tea time.